Hello everyone, how is that doing? So many times I'm sure people have went up to Dublin through the motorways. So the majority of motorways going to Dublin have tolls on them, right? Particularly in County Meath, going up to Dublin. And just to say it straight, uh, the money doesn't go to the it'd be different if it was going to the local townies maybe, but that'd be fair enough because it'd be going to the local area, right? But these private companies own the tolls, right? And now they're saying, "Oh, we need more money for you to get through," and it's unfair. It is unfair. Like the price of petrol, people are struggling. Take for example a young nurse, a young student nurse, on a few bucks a week, having to go in a car, God forbid, from maybe God forbid Monaghan, going through Cav and go to Dublin every morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, having to go up and having to pay a toll and having to pay a few extra bob for that, or even young people going up to work in Dublin, or anything like that. Having to pay extra. It's not fair, and it doesn't go to their benefit. It goes to a private company. I'm sure to God, if we looked at the toll companies, they don't pay any tax now, and I'm sure we would agree. Because let's be fair, the few politicians to meet, Helen McEntee and all them, a few brown envelopes here and there, and sure, look at all's forgiven. We don't talk about that here. Let's be fair, because let's be fair, they're not. I don't think they're an Irish company that owns the towers. I think it's a German company. As far as I know, it's some company from Europe. It's not an Irish company. And last time I went through the towers up in Dublin on a bus, uh, there was one person working at the desk. So it would be different. The cat said that they hire Irish people, local Irish people in the area, and giving them jobs because there was one person there. It'd be different if now it's all manual. You throw the money in and it lets you through. It'd be different if they're employing people there they're employing people and their things, but there's nobody working there. It's all machines. So it's different if they were paying people to do it. We'd be funding jobs, and that'd be different. And if it was under the local townie, take for example, which I would rather if it was under the local townie, bit like your cab meter you pay in the towns and cities of in Ireland, like in Cavan Town there you pay your parking meter, which is fair enough. That goes to the uptake of the car parks. The uptake goes towards the roads too and things like that, and that's fair enough. It's a few bob an hour. It's not much. And it's reasonable enough. It's reasonable enough now. It's not too unreasonable, but it is unreasonable now when you pay for you pay your taxes pay for the roads, and these people should not be on it. The toll shouldn't be on the road. If there should be a toll, there should be a toll under the local authorities. There shouldn't be a private company. The private company should have no say in this. But I want to say this. So it seems like they're going to go ahead with it, come hell or high water. And this fella, Eamon Ryan, the Minister for fucking lunacy. And many of them are lunacies in the Dáil, but you look at Minister for Lunacy, Eamon Ryan, came out with this, saying if they're going to talk to them, right, the government are going to talk to the private, they're probably going to, maybe they might say, oh, we're not going to take any tax at all off you. You're here rent-free in your head. Isn't it great? And that's probably what they're going to come out with. But let's be fair now. Eamon Ryan came out with this next statement, which is utterly stupid. Like the private company, the probably pays no tax in the country. Let's be fair, they pay probably little to no tax because I don't think they're even from Ireland. This company that owns the tolls, as far as I know, I could be wrong. To take that grain of salt, but let's be fair. Eamon Ryan came out with this saying the government will have to pay the money. So the government basically will have to give it to the private company if they don't up it. So what the taxpayer would pay you and I, they would have to give it. So something like 30, it's 300 million or something like that. 300 million, 400 million, something like that. But it's a lot of money, let's put it that way. It could be a bit less than that, but it's a lot of money. It's about 100 million, I think it was. I can't remember how much it was. It was a lot of money that they said, Eamon Ryan said the government would have to give or something like that towards the tolls if they didn't up the price. So, next thing I would say is, let's be fair, they're making a killing. They pay no one. Literally, they pay nobody to work there. There might be one or two working there. But literally, they don't pay staff. They probably pay little to no taxes, to say. So where's the money going? I know a few brown envelopes here and there to a few local politicians. Yeah, it probably is nothing. And a few envelopes to the revenue and, things like that. People forget things very quickly, let's put it that way. But yeah, I would have a few brown envelopes. Excuse me, sorry, bad cough. It might be my eye. But yeah, it's insanity. It is insanity. Like, let's be fair, it is insanity. It isn't fair. It is not fair, and people having to work. It isn't fair. In my opinion, there should be maybe one toll nearly in the whole country, possibly. And that's probably, and again, as I say, it shouldn't be privatised. It should be under the local authorities. If there was a toll, it should be under the county councils. At least then you could say it's going towards the local country, the local county. Like if it was in Cavan, it would be under Cavan County Council. Obviously, Cavan people wouldn't. There'd be war over that if it happened. But obviously there'd be war over it anyway. But it'd be going towards the local. It'd be going towards the roads. It'd be going towards the environmental protection, things like that. It'd be going towards other services, library services, things like that. That'd be different. You'd be like, fair enough. I pay my toll like what it is at the moment. It shouldn't go up any more than what it is at the moment, or maybe it should go down. To be totally honest, it should be subsidised and brought down as much as possible. But that'd be fair enough because it'd be going to the local community. Like this money, I fuck knows where it goes. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't see it going to the benefit of anything. Do you see it going to the benefit of anything? This money for the tolls, it goes into some rich man's back pocket who owns these fucking tolls, and it goes to nobody's benefit because they employ nobody, and basically it's no use to anybody in the state. It's just a money. It's just at the end of the day, it's a scam. Like this country, it's a scam. So yeah, that's all I say. Take care, everyone. I'm back.